Bolanle killing, President Buhari talks tough, culprit to regret action. ICT, the new darling of the federal government, under scrutiny tonight.
In 2022, in the second quarter, ICT alone contributed 18.44% to our GDP.
2023 polls, Okupe's resignation and the way forward for Labour Party.
We have come to the inevitable conclusion to replace the DG.
It's nice to have you join us on this post-Boxing Day edition of the Network News at 9 on NTA. I'm Naja Atutijani. Remember that you can follow this news live on our website. Meanwhile, Adiola is standing by in Lagos, while Kemi will join us later in the bulletin from Ibadan. There is this sector now considered a new gold mine, the linking thread of all other sectors, becoming one of the high contributors to the nation's gross domestic product and gaining international recognition for creating solutions for local and global needs. It is the communications and digital economy sector. Chindinma Ndubisi in our Sectorial review series highlights some of the achievements recorded in this key sector of the present administration's economic diversification drive and areas of improvement. Digital economy is now the core driver of innovations, competitiveness, and economic growth globally. Every endeavor now linked to ICT. COVID-19 pandemic further deepened reliance on digital technologies for existence. Obinaya could not agree less.
We're almost all living on our phones. Children, post-COVID-19, children use their phones for home assignments. Offices now work remotely.
Nigeria, aspiring to become one of the leading global digital technology hubs and skills pool, redesignated the Ministry of Communications to Communications and Digital Economy 3 years ago. Eyes set on reaping economic benefits that abound. About 19 policies and strategies for solid, soft, and service infrastructures, digital skills, indigenous content development, and emerging technologies are in motion to achieve these. Implementation at 70%. Broadband penetration is up from 5% in 2015 to 45.5% currently. Active mobile subscribers moved upwards to 210 million and internet subscribers 152.2 million. To improve connectivity and give global visibility to micro and small medium enterprises and higher institutions of learning, unlimited broadband infrastructure was deployed to 18 higher institutions and 20 markets nationwide, valued at 400 million naira each in the first phase of the exercise. All enjoying cheaper rates compared to what is obtained in other nations. 50-year-old Grace runs a small-scale business.
Every time I bring in new product, I send it on WhatsApp. More than 10-20 can look for the product. They do back transfer.
Digital identity enrollment is now 92 million from 39 million in 2020. 5G network connectivity is another aspect of the success story. It's no longer a telltale, but reality in Nigeria. ECTs are being linked to this spectrum, offering faster speed and greater bandwidth for smart connections. The sector has become one of the fastest growing and largest employers of labor.
They tell us the fixers are all doing well.
A digital fabrication laboratory, Fab Lab 1.0, where innovative ideas are translated into prototypes and technological devices up and running.
Mostly, our startups send it to either China or other countries to do their own prototype. But with this kind of equipment, you can ideate, design in your system, and print it here.
Nigeria's name is now written in gold on the world's digital technology map. In a stellar performance at the Gulf Information Technology Exhibition North Star Supernova Pitch Competition 2022 held in Dubai, the nation's innovations emerged global best in the Smart Cities and Mobility category, second best in Africa Fast category. Cash prize of $8,000 was won. More than 800 innovators from well above 100 countries participated.
It's a very tough one, but of course it shows that there is room for African startups to play on a global stage, and also show our capacity.
GITEX Reader also captured efforts of the Communications and Digital Economy boss at Re-Engineering Nigeria's ICT space and was recognized. Just as 7 Nigerian digital technology creations topped the chart at the World Summit on the Information Society for Development competition. The icing on the cake in this success story is the signing of Nigeria's startup bill into law by President Muhammadu Buhari, which will transform the young tech-savvy generation into innovative digital entrepreneurs in the country, a global hub for digital talents.
In 2022, in the second quarter, ICT alone contributed 18.44% to our GDP. The quarterly contribution has catapulted from 51 billion to 408 billion. The Nigeria Startup Act is a major legacy of this administration. Many countries are reaching out to Nigeria for guidance on how to enact their own startup act.
The nation's blossoming ICT industry is attracting investments from high-tech giants. One of such is Elon Musk's Starlink, with a global investment portfolio of $30 billion. Chains of skills transfer programs that will bridge the predicted global digital skills gap by 2030 are ongoing. Microsoft is training 5 million Nigerians, Google 6 million, Huawei 30,000 youths. Beyond these, communications experts want more to be done in connecting the remaining Nigerians, especially those in rural areas where fiber laying is difficult. Proper regulation in the telecom subsector for optimal customer satisfaction.
There's been so much challenge as long as infrastructure development is concerned. We have not leveraged on the ICT service industry, like the business process outsourcing and other outsourcing mechanisms. We've not leveraged on the software development. All our software development has always been importation.
The year ended on a high note for the sector with the opening of the National Shared Services Center, housing the National Data Center. More than 400 ministries, departments and agencies are already connected to the ICT multi-platform infrastructure, facilitating government and citizens' interface, engendering transparency and good governance. With such long list of achievements, ICT professionals say 2023 looks promising if efforts are sustained. In Abuja, Chimdima Ndubisi, NTA News.
Now to the oil and gas sector, where analysts say although the oil and gas industry is always affected by issues such as rising and diminishing consumer demand, price fluctuations and geopolitical issues, they however believe that 2022 upped the stakes in terms of risk and uncertainty, while key players in Nigeria insist the country has been able to weather the storm. Lydia Sampson tells us how.
Billion of NNPC Limited, expected to ensure energy for today and energy for tomorrow, is already yielding positive results, and experts know that realizing these lofty objectives will not be easy.
We are transforming our petroleum industry to strengthen its capacity and market relevance for the present and future global energy priorities.
This is great in the sense that we will now be just another international national oil company like our peers in Aramco, Equinox, and very many other international national oil companies that we are seeing.
With constant agitations to fast-track transition to renewable energy sources, every day holds its share of surprises and risks.
The global community is now moving from oil to renewables. So now we've decided that we must take the emphasis away from oil to gas.
When energy transformation efforts to reduce emissions have been built into policies around the world, it is definitely not a one-size-fits-all approach. It is happening at different speeds in different countries.
Now, Nigeria also battles supply chains complexities with recurring petrol queues. This is attributed to the high cost of importation occasioned by access to forests and fall of the naira, as well as complexities of transportation offshore and onshore.
Nigeria imports many goods, not just fuel. So all the imports that Nigeria do are actually susceptible to disruption.
Yeah, and it is making sure, and the disruption can be anything. Make sure the vessel comes on time. In the case of fuel, making sure that the vessel that then brings it onshore is on time and is always available. Then making sure there's no congestion on the roads, and that the loading goes seamless, and that the roads are actually helping us to bring the product as quickly as possible to its final destination.
A major challenge negating Nigeria meeting its OPEC supply code is the issue of crude oil theft. In 2022, the federal government commenced a collaborative onslaught against crude oil theft.
We're not just zeroing on those who are the actual criminals, but also those who are supporting them.
We cannot allow this to continue. The Navy is doing enormous work. They have made several arrests.
This is paying off as production hit 1.59 million barrels daily in December. The discovery of over 1 billion barrels of oil reserves and 500 million cubic feet of gas within the Kolmani area, as well as the huge potential for more deposits, is expected to intensify exploration efforts and wealth creation across the value chain.
We are pleased with the current discovery of over 1 billion barrels of oil reserves and 500 billion cubic feet of gas within the Kolmani area, and the huge potentials for more deposits as we intensify exploration efforts.
Hopefully, Nigeria is on the verge of altering refined product supply dynamics with the help of upcoming Dangote refinery, expected to become the regional refining hub in the coming years. Experts say impact of tension with Russia on Europe's gas supply and prices presents a unique opportunity for Nigeria. This is more so with various ongoing gas projects.
Considering the fact that Nigeria is more of a gas territory with more gas than oil, and we've not paid so much attention to gas than we've been paying to oil. So we decided to take the direction to gas.
Also in 2022, the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority had proactively drafted investment-friendly regulations with input from stakeholders as stipulated by the PIA for seamless operations of the down and midstream. The Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission unveiled the implementation guide template for Host Communities Development Trust. The event, which also witnessed the issuance of 49 petroleum prospecting licenses to successful awardees of the marginal fields in the 2020 bid, continue to unfold. Key players are optimistic that the future of the industry will continue turning the tides by becoming an economic development hub, attracting investors across the value chains. In Abuja, Lydia Samson, NTA News.
Now to the Christmas Day tragedy, which President Muhammadu Buhari has condemned as heinous and senseless. The killing of Bolanle Raheem, a member of the Nigerian Bar Association, shot by on-duty policemen on Christmas Day. The president says he was deeply shocked and saddened to learn of the brutal killing and has directed police authorities to take the strongest possible action against the culprits already in detention. President Buhari says this incident is a stark reminder of the recurring menace of the mishandling of weapons and a wake-up call to law enforcement agencies, including the police, to ensure the full implementation of reforms instituted by the administration on the subject of weapon handling as well as the protection of the rights of citizens. The Police Service Commission says it has received with shock news of the killing of legal practitioner Bolanle Raheem, who was allegedly shot and killed by policemen attached to Abuja Police Station, Abuja in Lagos State on Christmas Day. In the statement, the Commission condemns the irresponsible and savage act of the officer and further directs that the police hasten investigation into the matter and forward its report to the Commission for consideration and further disciplinary action. The Commission also calls on the police to put in place a formidable program for further training of men on weapon handling, as cases of unprovoked shooting and killing of innocent Nigerians have become worrisome. President Muhammadu Buhari has sent a message of condolence to former Speaker of the House of Representatives, Gali Umaina Abba, who lost his mother, Hajia Rabi Umaina Abba. The deceased was a sibling of the late Bashir Usman Tufa, a political associate of the president. In the condolence message, President Buhari describes the death of a mother as painful and prays to Allah to console the former speaker and the larger Na'abba family. Similarly, President Muhammadu Buhari condoles with the Ulu of Warri, all chiefs of the kingdom, family and friends of the Rone family over the passage of Chief S.S. Rone, the Obazwai of Warri and longest-serving chief. The president appreciates the grace of God on the departed, which saw him serving 4 monarchs as a high-ranking chief, helping to maintain peace and development in Warri and its environs. This is the Network News at 9. Do stay tuned for more reports after this timeout.
African beauty and the Gulf of Guinea, blessed with natural landmarks and wildlife reserves. Nigeria, largest economy in Africa. Nigeria, famous accomplishment in entertainment and sports. Nigeria, resourced with globally respected human capital. Our uniqueness lies in our tenacity, our acumen, a testament of success. At NTA, we are forever proud to be the showcase channel of this positive energy and the reflection of the good in our nation. The capacity to tell our nation's story would not have been possible without the support and patronage of the 3 arms of government: ministries, departments, agencies, corporate bodies, advertisers, religious bodies, civil society groups, political parties, and of course you, our esteemed viewers. As we wish you Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year, let's get set to make 2023 even greater together.
Hey guys, today I'll be talking about something really interesting. I'll be giving you tips on how to survive in this tougher economy. Hey guys, so I'm back. Guess what? If you run out of airtime or data, dial *777# in your phone line to borrow and pay back later. Today I'm gonna have a Tuesday. Nigerian, we party. Everything na the party. Now I'm gonna be a everything on the party. Now I'm gonna be a the president we need. The president we go.
People of Nigeria don't talk up. Them say na Asiwaju Bola Tinubu they want as president of Nigeria. Our country people get many reasons wey make them all agree say na Asiwaju Bola Tinubu them choose for this president election. So Bola Tinubu na man wey sabi anything wey he put in hand, he dey work well. He do better work for Lagos State when he be governor. Till today, Lagos people still dey enjoy from all the better things wey Jaburata for Lagos. People of Nigeria, e good to make we vote for who sabi. If e come be so, make we all come out for election day and vote Bola Ahmed Tinubu as president of Nigeria. Vote Senator Kashim Shettima as vice president. Vote APC, the party with the rule.
Who be the president we go?
Introducing an all-time mega offer. Get over 50% discount in the Airtel Home Broadband mega offer. Buy a router for just 10,000 naira and get up to 240 gigabyte or on Wi-Fi for 5,000 naira and get up to 125 gigabyte bonus data. More data, more you. Reliable home broadband for Airtel, the smart phone.
Give me a Risco tomato instead. I go give you imported tomato. We like saying that people like you, the wicked our country people. You see this Risco, the chicken or chicken, they take correct natural ingredients, make them. If not made in Nigeria, like a Risco, get many benefits. It will help grow our economy. You put them inside mouth, it's sweet and it dig the back for body. So, buy made in Nigeria, buy a Risco product. Recharge.
No data, no wahala. Buy, share, give, and manage your data on *777# and enjoy amazing rewards and so much more. Dial *777#.
The Katsina Emirate Council is inviting the general public to the traveling ceremony of Ambassador Amir Rufai Abubakar CFR at the new Sectorial Katsina. The program of events for the traveling will begin with a charity polo tournament on 27 December 2022 at Rubicon Polo and Resort Center, Idu, Abuja, followed by golf tournament on 28 December 2022 at Katsina Golf Club. From 29 to 30 December 2022, the ceremony will also feature an inaugural conference with theme tradition and modernity, trends and issues, and history of Katsina will take place at the conference hall of Katsina Motel. The traveling ceremony will be performed by His Highness the Emir of Katsina, Alhaji Dr. Abdulmumin Kabir Usman CFR, at the Emir's Palace on Saturday, 31st December 2022 by 10 a.m. The public is invited. Organizing Committee Announcer.
The stamp duty controversy is a People's Democratic Party era scandal which the Buhari administration is working to clear. This is the position of the Buhari Media Organization BMO, which is reacting to a disinformation that a spokesman for the PDP presidential campaign is spreading. The group, in a statement signed by Chairman Ni Akinsiju, says that one of the leaders of the former ruling party, the late Buruji Kashamu, was the arrowhead of the scam and was under investigation until he died. The group maintains that President Buhari will leave the country better than he met it in 2015. The presidential candidate of the new Nigeria People's Party, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, has presented flags to members of the party vying for national and state assembly seats in Kano North Senatorial District. Muhammad Ali reports that Kwankwaso also tasked the people of the zone to vote for NMPP from top to bottom in the forthcoming general elections.
With less than 2 months to the 2023 general elections, the new Nigeria People's Party has intensified awareness on the need for electorates to vote for credible leaders. NNPP's presidential candidate Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso was in Bichi to offer physical endorsement by presenting flags to the party's candidates vying for various seats in the state and national assembly polls in Kano North Senatorial District. Kwankwaso urged people of the Senatorial District to give the party a chance in the red and green chambers for positive change to take place.
I urge you to vote for NNPP from top to bottom in the forthcoming general elections.
He reiterated his commitment to provide free education for all if elected into power. Muhammad Ali, NTA News.
Meanwhile, a new Director General has been appointed for the Labour Party Presidential Campaign Council. Balogun Akin Oshotoku was announced by the National Party of the National Chairman of the party, Julius Aburi, to take charge of the campaign following the resignation of Dou Okupe. David Ire reports.
A political scientist, journalist, writer and administrator, the new Director General was the Zonal Coordinator South of the Presidential Campaign Council. The party is banking on the vast experience of the new DG in the media and political space to boost the popularity of Peter Obi and bring more votes to the party fold.
And having consulted widely, we have come to the inevitable conclusion to replace the DG with Akin Oshute.
The party is also worried about reports of killings in various parts of the country and wants security agencies to curb the trend.
And you have seen a series of bad news all over the place. Kidnap and killings and everything is all over the place. So we can't continue this way.
Oshutoku, a former managing director of the News Agency of Nigeria and former political advisor to President Olusegun Obasanjo, was the director of the PDP presidential campaign in 2011. He hails from Ekiti State. In Abuja, David Ire, NTA News.
Still on party matters, the All Progressives Congress vice presidential candidate Kashim Shettima says the next administration under Bola Ahmed Tinubu will find a permanent solution to the perennial flooding in Jigawa if elected in the 2023 general elections. This was while rounding off a visit to the state at the palace of the Emir of Dutse, Dr. Nuhu Muhammad Sanusi. Awal Muhammad Kazauri reports.
The vice presidential candidate received by the state governorship candidate and other APC stalwart was in the state to sympathize with the people of Jigawa state as they was hit by this year's flood disaster in the country. Kashim Shettima says is part of the next agenda to clear and dredge, block dams and waterways down to Lake Chad that will allow free flow of water. By this, he explains, farmers will have access to water for all year round farming.
Your Royal Highness, you have led the advocacy on desertification and entrenched the culture of afforestation among people in northern Nigeria. We are proud of you and we are calling in the other areas to emulate you.
Emir of Dutse, Dr. Nuhu Muhammad Sanusi, appreciated the visit, traced back the history of Dutse Emirate to Borno.
You and your principals, the APC presidential candidate Aswaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu are leaders this country needs at this time. Your expertise and experiences in government will help navigate Nigeria out of the current economic difficulties. May Allah help us in this.
While in Jigawa State, the APC vice presidential candidate also paid similar visit to the palaces of the emirs of Hadeja, Kazaure and Ringim. From Dutse, Awal Muhammad Kazaure, NTA News.
The vice presidential candidate of the All Progressives Congress, Kashim Shettima, also says the 2023 Tinubu-Shettima Presidential Campaign Council is consciously adopting strategies in line with contemporary reforms in the electoral process while working relentlessly towards electoral victory. Salihu Gwanara reports that Kashim Shettima, on behalf of the APC presidential campaign, also commends the effort of well-wishers and party members who in their actions and deeds are showing their belief in the renewed hope agenda of sustaining credible leadership for national development. Such a gesture, the candidate says, demonstrates better orientation by the national mass movement to boost the Tinubu-Shettima ticket and is timely and worthy.
On the analog approach, politics is not a scientific business. What this lady and her team are doing is worthy of emulation by all our political actors. She has adopted a very, very scientific approach.
My people are already in other different locations, villages, sensitizing people on how they will go on with voting come 2023, inshallah.
The Nigeria Police Force National Cybercrime Center has successfully nabbed 2 suspects responsible for computer-related fraud, identity theft, cryptocurrency fraud, and obtaining money by false pretense. The duo runs a syndicate specializing in defrauding unsuspecting victims from foreign countries by assuming appealing identities of other persons and promising them romantic relationships under the pretext of which they defraud their victims. The Inspector General of Police, IGP Usman Al-Ali Baba, has extolled the collaboration enjoyed with other police agencies worldwide through Interpol. The Acting Corps Marshal, Federal Road Safety Corps, Dauda Alibiu, has decried incessant violation of legal speed limits and noticeable traces of dangerous driving behaviors exhibited by drivers during the Christmas celebration. He warns perpetrators of such bad road use culture to desist, as the Corps will not spare them when apprehended. The statement follows the wanton violation of speed limit and indulgence in dangerous driving, which led to the avoidable crash that occurred along Ibadan-Lagos route and the Mokwa fatal crash, as well as the Utupo lane crash. 18 people were involved in the Ibadan crash, out of which 10 died, 6 were injured, and the rest rescued without any injuries. In the Mokwa crash, all the passengers on board died, while zero fatality was recorded in the Otupo Lane crash. The main cause of the accidents have been attributed to dangerous driving, road obstruction and excessive speed. 193 Christian pilgrims from Gombe and Taraba states have been airlifted to Israel for the 2022 Christian pilgrimage. Yusuf Jika reports that the inaugural flight took off from the Yola International Airport early Tuesday morning.
193 intended Christian pilgrims, 164 are from Taraba State, while 29 from Gombe State, joining other intended pilgrims from Enugu and Anambra States. The intended pilgrims were seen in high spirit, ready for the spiritual journey and promised to be of good conduct while at the Holy Land.
God's favor and the opportunity given to me to go to the Holy Land and see what I'm been hearing or reading from the Bible. By the grace of God, I should be able to see it physically.
It is our hope that when we went there, we're going to pray hard to see that peace is reigning in this country.
We are to go there to pray and ask for peace and for free and fair election in Nigeria.
The Executive Secretary, Nigerian Christian Pilgrims Commission, Reverend Yakubu Pam, said, so far, everything is going on smoothly and charged them to be good ambassadors of the country as well as pray for the nation.
Christian pilgrimage is not tourism. You are going there to experience Christ. Whatever you do there does not speak of even your name or your state, but it speaks of the country. And so please now, you are both an ambassador of Christ and also an ambassador of Nigeria.
The pilgrims are expected to spend 9 days during the pilgrimage. In Yola, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
From Yola, we head to our Lagos Network Center where Adiola is standing by for more updates.
As concerned authorities, including the Nigerian Police Force, have assured the family of the late female lawyer, Bolanle Raheem, killed by a police officer, that all culprits involved in her death will face the full wrath of the law. Amaka Owo visited the residence of the deceased and now reports.
It was indeed a Black Christmas Sunday as the social media went agog following the killing of the late Bolanle Raheem, whose life was cut short by the trigger-happy police officer a few meters away from Aja roundabout. At the residence of the deceased is all mourning and grief as family members are yet to come to terms with the circumstances surrounding the demise of the deceased. Close associates of the deceased at Lawyers Forum, Etiosa, say they expect speedy dispensation of justice.
It will be expedient that within 2 weeks that we get a feedback as to prosecution. That is, whatever the procedures that would want to be taken should be concluded, and then we should be looking at prosecution within 2 weeks.
To further demonstrate the commitment of the Nigerian Police Force in pursuit of justice for the deceased, Commissioner of Police, Lagos State, Abiodun Alabi, and some officers of the State Command paid a condolence visit to her family, where he assured them that the officer will be prosecuted accordingly.
The case is already at the State Criminal Investigation Department, and the IG is closely monitoring the case, and that's why the IG has sent the Commissioner of Police Lagos State to pay condolence visit to the family. So we assure every Nigerian that justice will be served.
All efforts to get the family to speak to us have proved abortive, as they still yet to come to terms with the harsh reality as the life of their daughter, wife and mother was cut short on Christmas Day. From Lekki Phase 5 Estate in Lagos, Amaka Owo, NTA News.
On so many occasions in year 2022, the resolve of government at various levels to ensure adequate security of lives and property was tested by pockets of security challenges in different parts of the country. In this report, Rosario Samuel takes a retrospective look at the outgoing year, noting efforts to tackle the issues.
2022 will go down as a busy year which strained the human, material and tactical resources of the nation's security apparatus.
I would say the little kind of like reduced, but when it comes to the northern part of the country, I mean, probably they are facing more immense of that the pressure. We need more enforcement of security in every area.
The Nigerian security outfits, particularly the police, had to effectively contend with existing and emerging security challenges, including kidnapping, armed robbery and gender-based violence. In 2022, one of such cases was that of Andrew Nice, who allegedly raped and killed Banishe in a BRT bus in Lagos. There was also the case of the Abuja-Kaduna train attack in March, the Oral case and other occurrences. While giving assessment of security situation in the year, experts say there is the need to review the laws to help prosecute crime.
We were not able to maintain consistency in our activities, consistency in our consequence delivery like the judiciary. So many cases were not swiftly resolved.
In spite of the challenges, there are many positives. For instance, the deployment of newly acquired Tucano jets along with other platforms in the northeast has seen notable decimation of insurgents, while deployment of more operatives is also winning the battle against traffic robbery in Lagos State.
We are working assiduously to ensure that Lagos State is safer and secured. We have been able to deploy adequate human and operational resources at our disposal to all strategic points in Lagos State.
With 2023 and the general elections on the way, getting security right remains a national priority. The hope, particularly for the civil populace, is that the nation's security architecture will get necessary support in the form of intelligence and resources, as well as the right impetus to apprehend crime and insecurity before they thrive. In Lagos, News Ario Samuel, NTA News.
This is the network news on the service of the NTA. We will take a break and be right back.
Sectorial Network TSN Election Monitoring, Education, Sensitization and Awareness Unit invites Senator Ahmed Bola Tinubu and Kashim Shettima, the APC presidential candidate and his running mate, the National Working Committee of APC, all APC governors, the 2023 Tinubu Shettima Presidential Campaign Council under the leadership of the DG, His Excellency Dr. Simon Lalong, the Executive Governor of Plateau State, all APC National Assembly members, His Excellency Malam Bello Matawali, Executive Governor of Zamfara State, Dr. Abubakar Abdullahi Kusu, National Coordinator, Comrade Babafemi Adeoye, National Secretary and the general public to the commissioning of its national headquarters and inauguration ceremony of its national and state coordinators. Date, Thursday 29th December 2022. Time, 10 a.m. prompt. Venue, number 23 Blantyre Street, Wuse 2, close to APC National Secretariat, Abuja. Dr. Kilani Mohammed, National Coordinator, Announcer.
Season's greetings, Abuja. At this joyous time of the year, we at the FCT Internal Revenue Service are honored to have you with us. We say a big thank you to all our esteemed taxpayers for their compliance and cooperation. Thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve you. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a New Year filled with happiness, prosperity, and love. Happy holidays. Together, let's build the FCT of our dreams by paying our taxes.
I'm about to serve better breakfast. If you're in Lagos, you need to see this.
I'm not just filming content, I'm just giving traffic.
Get more data to enjoy exclusive content. Dial *141# now.
My people, my name is Emeka. Mekus Kamas. Let me get all this again. I don't learn my lesson. Somebody come buy motor for my hand, carry big money, come give me. Now when they get bust, then my eye open. I don't know to that 419 be. But when EFCC bam, and they come back me too. Now he make me the one you all of me. I want to do business like me. When they carry big money, all I will sometimes I will carry transfer, carry bring back. They could shine in my eye because the special control unit against money laundering, when they call school, they don't want to say if the money pass 5 million naira for individual, no collect them. If it pass 10 million naira for company, no collect them. Can I do it? Bank. If you not do one like that, 250,000 naira for every day when this offense happen. Or they will suspend your license, or they will put it down, for your hand. You talk say, I know 1 year.
This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Looking fresh on a date? Get even fresher with Closer. New Closer Triple Fresh Formula. It cleans deeply, fights 99% of bacteria, and it cools intensely. Keeping you protected and fresh. Protected and fresh.
Picture.
You're fresh. You're protected. All day confidence to get close. You Close Up Triple Fresh Formula.
4 gigabytes for 1,000 naira. I have non-stop access to non-stop entertainment on YouTube. I miss him the stop.
Unlimited.
Every harmattan, he falls sick so frequently and misses school often. I keep him away from junk food.
He also feels school up, she said, and after a day, leaves.
If you want to keep germs away, then use Dettol soap regularly. Germs and disease spread easily during harmattan. For this, use Dettol soap. Dettol protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs. Dettol soap is endorsed by the Nigerian Medical Association. Be Dettol sure.
Thanks for staying tuned. It's time for business news with Benny Adams.
Thank you, Nazato, and welcome to business. Start by telling you that the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, says prices of selected food items and transport fares increased in the month of November. The highest increase was recorded by animal and vegetable, fat and oil, in addition to other cleavage production, followed by mineral products and footwear. While taking a look in travels fare, the average fare increased by single journey 0.09% to a month-on-month from 73,198.65 in October 2022 to 73,206.7 naira in November 2022. On a year-on-year basis, the fare rose by 97.9% from 37,022 naira in November 2021. And the Minister of State for Budget and National Planning, Clem Agba, says Nigeria recorded its best performance in the Open Budget Survey, OBS, scoring 45% in the latest 2021 survey for transparency, indicating an improvement by 24 points, a significant leap from the 21% achieved in 2019 exercise.
Also assisted the private sector and state governments to plan their budgets to align with the federal government budget. It has also led to full implementation of budgets, especially the capital component, because since the 2020 budget, we have always funded our capital component 100%. There's no year that we haven't done that. Significantly, it has also removed uncertainties associated with delayed budgets, which include delayed investment, thus making the implementation of government programs and projects predictable. In fact, the early submission of the federal government's annual budget enables the states to use the budget assumptions to prepare their annual budgets. Efforts are made to ensure prompt distribution of the federally collected revenues to the federating units to enable them implement their budgets.
That is business. Network News continues with Najato. It's nice doing business with you.
Thank you, Benny. Always a pleasure. Still waiting for those millions, though. Now, ahead of April 2023 population and housing census in Nigeria, the National Population Commission (NPC) has continued to spread its message to prepare Nigerians for another head count after 17 years. The NPC's latest initiative is a series of engagements at the 2022 Carnival Calabar in Cross River State. Olusheye Adiago reports.
Annually, an estimated 2 million visitors converge in Cross River State, with more than 50 million viewers across the world tuned to the Carnival Carnival, an event reputed to be Africa's biggest street party and pride of the nation. This explains the National Population Commission (NPC's choice of the Carnival Carnival to continue its advocacy participation in the forthcoming census so as to bolster credibility of data to be generated.
A carnival such as this gives us the opportunity to transmit our level of preparedness and the new innovations and technologies that we are bringing into this census. And we believe that the 2023 census will provide the much needed information to launch Nigeria into a strong, prosperous and united nation.
As part of its advocacy, the Commission has also encouraged partners, including the media, reaffirming its determination to produce an full census data in April next year.
The NPC is participating as a non-competing group. It means we will be fully involved in the street party, and then, of course, we will distribute flyers and other materials for sensitization.
The NPC is expected to sustain an exhibition stand at the Carnival to showcase activities of the Commission and explain its census message to participants at the Carnival Carnival. Olusheye Adiago, NTA News.
Let's now join Kemi in Ibadan for more news.
Thank you, Najatu. Welcome to Ibadan. Political office takers have been charged to shun politics over acrimony, avoid violence and maintain peaceful campaign ahead of the 2023 general elections. The appeal was made at a discussion on economic opportunities in different parties' manifestos organized in Ibadan State Capital. Charity Agu tells us more.
The interactive session had in attendance gubernatorial candidates of political parties in Oyo State to deliver their various plans on agriculture, industries, commerce and trade if elected as governors of the state in the forthcoming general elections.
We want to know those who are coming to rule us and what they are preparing for us. We must make these people accountable for everything they say.
The various candidates gave their assurance to ensure giving their best in serving the people of Oyo State at all times and ensure security of lives and property of the people for a better state.
We are going to resuscitate the better life for rural women. The ADP government is going to be looking at it's sustainable youth engagement.
When I become the governor, local government will be encouraged to make sure they open up rural roads.
I am going to ensure the autonomy of local government. We are talking about local government as first development, which are going to focus on the tourism and entertainment industry need to be revived.
The candidates were further advised to endeavor to fulfill all promises made to the people while campaigning for position. Charity Agu, NTA News.
One of the goals of federal government's agricultural development policy is to ensure Nigeria produces enough food and less dependent on importation. This was intensified as the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development engages leaders of farm groups across the southwest states on assessment of inputs and projects provided by the federal government for rural farmers. Claudio Oladushu has the report.
The engagement with selected farmers across the southwest seeks to ensure effective maintenance and handling of federal government's intervention to boost food production and agricultural value chain across the country.
Everything the federal government has given to them, they should take possession, maintain, and know that it belongs to them.
When they get home, they should do a step-down training for other farmers who couldn't come.
I want to implore all our farmers to be patient and be committed, and that they should know that federal government is with them and we go along with them.
While appraising the inputs, the farmers promised to embrace all incentives provided by the federal government for better productivity.
We commend them for all what they've done for us. We are grateful, but we still need more.
I could say that they have been trying their very best to make sure that food production is encouraged and is upgraded in Nigeria.
With the view to attain food security for socio-economic development, the Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development is set to collaborate with state governments to achieve the desired goal of food sustainability in the country. In Ibadan, Kado Ladushu, NTA News.
That does it from Ibadan. More reports after the break with Najatu.
As we close a successful year 2022 and prepare for the start of a better year 2023, the Nigeria Television Authority, NTA, wishes to appreciate and share the love with all who gave us a year to remember for good. The three arms of government, ministries, departments and agencies, corporate bodies and advertisers, religious bodies, civil society groups and political parties. Most importantly, you, our esteemed viewer, we say thank you. Together, we made 2022 great. Let's make 2023 greater. Once again, we say thank you. Wishing you a Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year from all of us at the NTA. NTA, you can't beat the rich.
A body has been found, possibly a child. I think I have something.
I think it's another ritual murder.
Oh, that's the kind of song what do we know about this so-called senior court member?
It appears their real strength lies in the members now in government, judiciary, business, and the police.
Now, this is getting interesting.
We are committed to the unity of our great country, Nigeria. Let us support our armed forces.
Let us stand together with them.
Let us stand for them. Our symbol of unity,
The gallant men and women of the armed forces
on land, air, and sea,
who have continuously put their life on the line, protecting our lives, humanity, and the nation.
Let us join them and stick together as one, irrespective of our misunderstanding, be it political, cultural, or ideological.
Our uniqueness is our oneness, our strength,
our diversity.
Let us stand by, stand with, and support our armed forces to keep this nation together.
Nigeria is my own. Nigeria is your own. Nigeria is our own.
Stand the popular hit song bumper.
One they call. Oh, do you know with GoTV you can enjoy the best of local and international shows? That's thing. Really? Makes sense. Really? Something to go. Wait, my food.
Yes. Wait for any package this festive and GoTV go great to a higher package. Wow.
For this festive season, everybody go shine well oh, because na bumper time we dey. Renew your subscription and get upgraded to a higher package. Dial star 288 hash to enjoy. Na better entertainment wey sure pass. GoTV, love it.
sports update is next with Gift George.
The annual Ashojoba Table Tennis Cup has been rechristened Malawi Okoye Thomas Table Tennis Championship from the 54th edition of the longest sports tournament in Africa. Vice President of the International Table Tennis Federation, Emiton Oshodi, commended the family for keeping faith with the tournament, which has produced stars for the country over the years.
Done a lot for us in Lagos, for Nigeria, and I'm really proud to be a part of this, and we hope it will continue. Good to have them engaged in something meaningful, in something that gives them the opportunity to become something big in life.
In football, the Sheyi Akiwumi Charity Mini Football Tournament has held at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena on Lake Lagos, with novelty matches between Remo Stars and Shooting Stars, as well as some academies. The initiative of the former NFL Vice President focuses on raising charity for less privileged children in the society, and has seen over 40 children receive scholarships and given opportunities to take their football careers to the next level.
Also, the children they played with us in this charity mini tournament at the beginning. We are playing under 17. So we're quite happy.
In boxing, the 13th edition of the Governor's Belt for 2022 was held at the Malawi Okoye Thomas in the sports hall of the Sine Balogun Stadium, Lagos. A total of 10 bouts featured in different weight categories. 19-year-old Hamed Lawal of Hard Punching Boxing Club was declared the best boxer and won the Governor's Belt. For us update, Gift George, NTA News.
The Minister of State, FCT Ramatu Tijani Aliyu, has condoled with the family of the tragic train accident victim in Kubwa, late Selimota Idowu Suleiman. Ifeanyi Izumba reports that the minister also awarded scholarship to 2 children of the deceased.
The train accident that took the life of late Salimota as unfortunate, FCT Minister of State Ramatu Tijani Aliyu encouraged the family to accept the incident as the will of God.
What he lived, the moments, and the memory will ask us when he gave us the defeat of the living life
The minister reviewed that ministry's concern and synergizing to ensure that the needful is done. In Abuja, Ifeanyi Izumba, NTA News.
That concludes the network news at 9 on NTA. Thanks for watching. Keep supporting NTA's campaign against rape.